Welcome to Sunshine Art and Drawing. Today I'm going to be doing a Target haul. Now what I tried to do with this haul was to pick out Target branded art supplies. I wanted to give it a go. I wanted to see what it was like. So I got a whole bunch of stuff in here. So let's get started and have a look and see what I got. So there are 4 of them. I got 2 painting ones here. And then I also got 2 watercolor ones. I have done some art in this one already because I wanted to test it out before I went and got more. I've done just a little bit of testing out of the paper to see if it's any good. It's really nice and thick and sturdy. This is all done with watercolor. It paints fine. You can use ink and things like that on it. And there's no issues with it. It doesn't really go too bendy. I didn't tape this down at all. I just left it in the pad and painted on it. So as you can see, it hasn't warped very much at all just from painting in the pad. I like this paper so much, I went back and I bought more. Now this paper is a bit more, much more thicker. This stuff I would kind of almost feel like it's almost Bristol board. It's very, very, very thick paper. So it's like, that's one sheet. And it's very thick, and it's kind of a bit rougher on this side and a little bit more shiny on that side, so you can choose which side you want. And this is much more for like acrylic paints and that sort of thing where you're going to be putting a lot of paint on the page. They were $3 each, so that's $12 for 4 pads of paper. That's a pretty good deal. So let's pop them to the side and see what else I have in here. The other thing I saw was this. It's just a set of really simple paintbrushes. I was going to open it up and test them out and see what they're like. So I will do that. At the end of the video, I'm going to be testing all this stuff out. And it looks like there are plastic ones, some regular ones, some of these foam type of ones, and like a nice big one at the back. So you get a good mixture of all different kinds of paintbrushes. I thought that might be cool to test out, see if they're any good. They might be good for like craft, you know, when you use like glue and stuff and you're just going to end up destroying the brush. So having a set of just like, doesn't matter if you destroy them. Probably a great idea. But I'm pretty sure these were $4 or $5. They weren't that expensive. What else do we have in here? I also decided to get the paint sets that they had. So they have an acrylic paint set and a watercolor paint set. And you get 12 tubes of watercolor and acrylic, and I was going to test these out as well and see if they're any good. So I might do some swatches of these afterwards and show you what they turn out like. And the last couple of things that I got were a bit more craft orientated. So I got myself a little hobby cutter. It's just one of those little blades, and then you get a little pack of extra blades. It's just started raining outside, so sorry for the noise. And I also got this because I broke my previous glue gun. Yeah, don't be rough with your glue gun. And I think this glue gun was $8, and then this pack of 20 refills was $3, which is really cheap. I've been struggling to get refills for under about $5 for like 12, and this was a lot more. So hopefully I'll give this a test out as well and see if it even comes with a couple of refills in the back. But we'll test it out and we'll see how this goes as well. We'll do some glue sticky action. So those were most of the things I got. I had a bit of a look through all of the Target items that are this Target branded, you know, with a little Target on them, just to see what else they have. They don't have a lot in this brand, but I think this kind of pinkish colour is like the crafty brand, and then this one where it's like white with more paint and splotches on it is more of the art brand. But for like a pretty good discounted price, I think these were $5 each, the brushes were $4 or $5, the paint pad was about $3. You could probably start painting for under $15, and that's pretty good for like school holidays and stuff like that, where you don't want to spend a lot of money on art supplies because you know the kids are only going to be into it for about 2 weeks until they go back to school. So I thought that would be the best. So I'm going to go get some clean water, and we're going to test out some of these supplies, and I'll also plug this in so we can heat it up, and we'll give this a test as well, and we'll see how this goes. I do have some scissors here so I can open everything up, but I'll be back in a second once I've got some clean water. I've gone and grabbed myself some clean water here so we can test out the paints, but let's get started on opening some stuff up. So I think I might start with opening these because this might actually help me open other things. Kind of pop it open, it makes it a little bit easier to get it open. But you've got a blade and a blade cover. So there's the blade there. It's got a nice cover over it so it's nice and safe and no one's going to cut themselves. And then you've got some extra spare ones in here for if this one becomes dull. And we'll try and use this to open some of the other packets. On that, so that if it does leak it's not going to get on my desk. Alright, so got two, and there's heaps of refills so I don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to open that yet because that'll probably just go everywhere. Let's open some other things. The next thing is these paintbrushes, and I've got some clean water so we can wash them off. So looks like this one's an easy open. Nice and simple. And then we have all these brushes. Oh, I like that bright colour. That's quite cool. I don't know why, it's just a plastic handle, but I just like the brightness of it. So let's get started on trying to wash off. Whenever you get new brushes, they will always have something on the brush itself. It's usually starch, so you just pop it in the water, rub it in between your fingertips, and that will rinse off any of the starch that is on the brushes themselves, and then you can make them into a nice point. Get them ready for use. So it's just like two foam brushes. They're just all different kinds of like small brushes. Some plastic, some like synthetic hair. I don't think any of them are natural hair. And they're just sort of like thicker plastic brushes. And we'll give this a test. I reckon it's probably heated up enough. So I'm going to press it. And press. I'm just trying to do it slowly. Oh, there we go. Some came out. This glue is like really clear. I wonder how it would dry if you don't touch it. So say if we purposely made like a little pile and try and do it neatly. That's actually very hot, so always be careful when you use a hot glue gun. This tip, this metal tip, will always be burning hot unless it's like unplugged and cooled down. So you just gotta imagine that this entire part at the front is no touchy. Don't touch that part. Obviously the glue will be hot when it comes out of a hot glue gun, so you may end up with hot glue burns if you touch the glue. It's a normal glue gun. It's not clear when it dries, so it's sort of a bit opaque. Let's try the watercolour. I'm gonna get some paper. Let's get started. So, oh good, look. It's in a tray. That makes my life so much easier. And we are just gonna go like that. If I can get this plastic off. Really pretty colours. I have like a little tray. I'm just gonna use this because it'll be the easiest way to do this. There's those little switches, and I just want them to dry off completely by themselves. So what we can do, we can take this and we'll pop it to the side to dry. Now, let's have a look at these. Doesn't come off on your finger. Win. A little bit, not bad. Does start to come off. Yeah, so the darker colours do come off, the lighter colours stay, which is nice. They aren't creasing or cracking, so you can bend the page and they don't crack. Now I'm going to do the acrylic side. So we need painting paper. Painting paper. Make sure we're just on page 1. Put this down. Push it down a little bit, and then I'm going to spin this around so that I can use this side for the acrylics. So again, let me open them up. There are different colours, so I wanted to compare these and let you see this. So they're different colours, like this one has phthalo and that one has cobalt. Lots of them have different colours. Put that back to the side and we're going to open these up. So the same way as before. These are our colours for our acrylics. These are our colours for our watercolour. As you can see, quite different colours. You get a good difference in colour. Like, they're not the same colours. Definitely not. Especially like the red is not the same. The orange is definitely not the same. I think the yellow and the ochre are pretty close. So just as I'm finishing off this acrylic painting, I've just used all the different acrylic colours and done a bit of a, I guess it's like a stained glass window. That's what I'm going for anyway. I think it turned out really pretty. But I really like these products. I would totally recommend next time you're down at your Target, have a look at some of their more generic branded like art supplies. This video is not sponsored in any way. I just spent my own money buying all these art supplies to test out, and I'm pretty happy with it. Like, 4 really low priced art supplies, and all I'm going to be doing is practicing with them. So it's nothing that I'm going to be using to do final artworks. It's more the ones that you know you need to practice a lot of techniques and things like that. So best thing to use is some cheaper art supplies, just so you don't use your good stuff up. But other than that, I had a really fun time. I hope you liked this video, found it nice and relaxing. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone for us hitting 500 subscribers. I'm having a bit of a thought of calling us Sunscribers. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. Have a super sunshiny day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!